The BBC suffered a massive drop in viewing figures on the final weekend of Wimbledon. The BBC suffered a massive drop in viewing figures for the Wimbledon men's singles final, which saw Carlos Alcaraz retain his title by beating Novak Djokovic. The young Spaniard produced one of the finest displays of his career to defeat his Serbian rival in straight sets. It was a repeat of last year's final, when Alcaraz needed 5 sets to beat Djokovic and win at SW19 for the first time in his career. However, the viewing figures were much lower this year, with millions of sports fans choosing not to tune in to the BBC coverage. This year's final peaked at 7.6 million viewers on TV, paling in comparison to last year's peak figures of 11.3 million. Streams were also down by nearly 1 million views, with 3.3 million people tuning in on BBC iPlayer compared to 4.9 million in 2023. Barbara Krejcikova's victory over Jasmine Paolini in the women's final was also watched by fewer people than last year's match between Marketa Vondrousova and Ons Jabeur. It had a TV peak of 4.1 million viewers, a reduction of around 400,000 when compared to 2023. There was a slight increase in the number of streams for the women's final, with 1.9 million viewers watching it on iPlayer compared to last year's figure of 1.3 million. The reduction in Wimbledon viewing numbers may have been influenced by the Euro 2024 final taking place on Sunday. A peak audience of 24.2 million watched England's defeat to Spain on the BBC and ITV, with coverage being shared across the two networks. It comes just months after Netflix's documentary series Breakpoint was cancelled after 2 seasons due to a lack of interest. It was created as tennis's answer to Drive to Survive, which brought millions of new fans to motorsport but failed to have the desired impact.